The only reason why you have not elevated and become the best version of yourself is because you have not trained your mind, your emotions, or your body to be the person you're meant to be. These are the harsh truths that you need to know when it comes to your healing journey. Welcome or welcome back. It's your favorite mental health specialist, Ty Guidance, and that is what we're going to be talking about. And you guys, I have something in my eye. Now, with that being said, because there's no right or wrong way to heal yourself, always and only take what resonates as well as leave the rest. So for the month of April, and in this video specifically, we're going to be talking about the harsh truths when it comes to our healing journey, as well as training yourself to be the person that you need to be in order for you to accomplish the things that you want and desire, as well as some recommendations, some reminders, some disclaimers, and just certain things that you need to be aware of. So starting off the first disclaimer, starting off with the introduction, you have to train your body to be the person you're meant to be. So in order for you to train your body to be the person you need to be, the second disclaimer is knowing that you have to be able to let go of any ideologies, any beliefs, any limitations, any blockages, whether they're emotionally, physically, financially, consciously, or subconsciously, from your past that no longer resonate with who you are. So the third disclaimer is knowing that you're going to feel uncomfortable in the beginning because you're doing something you've never done before. You have to be prepared and aware for what it is that you're asking for. So you have to understand the responsibilities as well as the accountabilities when it comes to yourself. So the fourth disclaimer is knowing that when you decide that you want to change, when it's time for you to change, because change is inevitable, you have to be willing to show up. You have to be willing to put in the work. The longer you refuse to put in the work, the longer you refuse to move when it's time for you to move, the more frustrated, the more overwhelmed, the more anxious, and the more impulsive you're going to feel. So lastly, before we get into the recommendations, the last disclaimer is knowing that you don't always have to have everything figured out, and the best way for you to train your body is to take your time. I don't know why you feel like you have to rush, because your final destination in life is death. So unless you're ready to transition physically, you have to pump your brakes. You cannot be out here comparing yourself to people and places and things because they don't have the same experience as you. They don't have the same path as you. They don't have the same destiny as you. You cannot look to other people who talk negatively about you or who have negative things to say towards you when they're not contributing into your goals. They don't motivate you, they don't educate you, they don't help you, or they're not financing you, or they're not leading by example. And as your favorite mental health specialist, if you're new here, we motivate, inform, and educate, which means we hold ourselves accountable and we tell the truth. So if you don't like to tell the truth, you don't like to be held accountable, send and share this video to somebody who is, because nobody has time. The time is going to go by despite how you or I feel. And that's the first recommendation. When it comes to you training yourself to become the best version of yourself, you cannot allow your emotions or your mood to get to you. We are heavy hitters. We put our lemon pepper steppers on and we step. My content is not for everybody because everybody does not have it in them. But you're watching this video, or you shared this video, or somebody shared this video to you, which means you have it in you. You have to be able to turn into a butterfly. You have to be able to go through that season of being a caterpillar on the ground, to being in the cocoon and being uncomfortable and tossing back and forth, to coming out and spreading your wings and flapping and flying high to the sky. If you can't learn how to control your emotions or regulate your emotions and validate your emotions, you're going to struggle. So the second recommendation is dealing with your emotions. On the days that you feel overwhelmed, you need to talk about it. There's nothing wrong with you being upset. There's nothing wrong with you being angry. There's nothing wrong with you feeling tired. You have to be able to articulate why you feel the way you do. Until you release what it is that you're dealing with, you're going to suppress it. And with the suppression comes the anxiety and depression and becoming suicidal and being angry and being frustrated and holding on to memories of people and places and things that no longer resonate with you. If you feel stuck and stagnant, you need to express it. How do you express it? In the notes, in a journal, with your therapist, with a psychiatrist, booking your service and your session with me. My website is in the description. Liking this video and engaging, taking your notes, going to the God or the ancestors or the universe. Take what resonates, leave the rest. I'm not here to force religion or spirituality. Say how you feel. Stop denying how you feel. It is common to be angry. It is common to be mad. It is common to feel overwhelmed when you're having to do things by yourself or for the first time. Just because it's common doesn't mean that you have to throw a tantrum and be angry and bitter your entire life. You could say, I feel frustrated because I'm trying to lose weight and I've never lost weight before. I feel overwhelmed because I want to eat healthier, but I don't know where to start. Say that. Say that. Say it. Talk about how you feel. You can't be afraid to talk about how you feel, because how are you supposed to change the way you think? You have to realize that if you've been programmed to think negatively, if you emotionally have not been able to regulate your nervous system or to speak up or express yourself, you automatically, subconsciously shut down. If you are somebody and you grew up in a dysfunctional household or around toxic people and you weren't able to be seen, you weren't able to be heard, you automatically may have tendencies to where you have attachment issues. You may have abandonment issues. Maybe you lack confidence. Maybe you have insecurities. Maybe you're fearful. Maybe you're paranoid. You know your situation. You have to be okay with articulating how you feel, because once you articulate how you feel, which is the third recommendation, you can come up with a solution. If you feel overwhelmed, why? Once you can let me know, and let me know in real time why you feel the way you do, so therefore I can help you come up with a solution. Until you're able to be vulnerable, until you're able to be honest, until you're able to be accountable, you're not going to be able to come up with a solution. You cannot deny how you feel, because training yourself to be a multimillionaire when you grew up in poverty and you live paycheck to paycheck and you're used to food stamps and government assistance can make you feel like you're incapable, can feel overwhelming, can feel frustrating, because you feel like I have to work 10 times harder compared to the people and places and things that you know. Speak up. You could feel like, well, I feel lazy because growing up, I didn't have family or friends or teachers or guidance, people pouring into me. So I lack confidence. So now anytime I try to do something, I don't feel like I'm capable of doing it. Say it. Talk about it. You can't be over here. We're not here to be scary. Don't worry about people judging you negatively in the comment section. Ignore them. And don't worry about people, like I said, outside of you who have not done the things that you want to do, doing the things that you want to do, or who are contributing into the things that you want. So I always tell you, if they're not going to finance you, if they're not going to feed you, they're not going to educate you, tune them out. And that's the fourth recommendation. When you're training yourself, you have to be locked in. You have to be surrounding yourself with people, places, and things who have standards, who hold themselves accountable. If you're watching my videos, it's because you want to have high standards like me. You want to be able to do the things that I do, as well as other people that you see. You can't be worried about people from your past, people who don't do what you do, or people who are not even at the finish line or have crossed the finish line, or who want to get to the finish line. You can't worry about comparing yourself to people, places, and things, because everyone does not have the same 24 hours in a day. Yes, we all have 24 hours, but everyone doesn't have the same transportation. Everyone does not have the same education. Everyone does not have the same access. Everyone does not have the same finances. You may have to do more with less. You may have to take a train or a bus or Uber versus somebody who gets chauffeured, versus somebody who gets black trucks and takes private jets. You can't compare your struggle or your suffering to people and places and things who don't even experience the same reality as you. So as you're training yourself, you have to make sure that you're watching videos that pour into you, that give you the same energy, who are holding you to a certain standard. This is why me personally, in general, I have not resonated with people who don't set the tone. And that's okay. Like, we're not better than people, we're not less than people, but we're also not less than people. Let's make that clear. And it's not even about being an entrepreneur, it's not even about being a high achiever. It's just knowing that if you want certain things for yourself, you're allowed to. And that's the fifth and final recommendation. When you're training yourself to accomplish your goals and be the person you want to be, you have to have a certain level of conviction and confidence. You're not arrogant for wanting the things that you want. You're not conceited because you think highly of yourself and you know you deserve better. You can't listen to small-minded people who don't want anything. That's why everybody, like I said, is not for me, just in general as a person, and I'm okay with that. And not everyone's going to resonate with the content. Only the people who are willing to show up for themselves and believe in themselves and have faith and confidence within themselves, as well as their God, the answers to the universe, take what resonates, leave the rest. Because once again, we're not here to force religion or spirituality, or gonna engage, who comment and show up and support, because it's free. It's free. So if you're choosing to be here and you're choosing to watching and you're choosing to engage in, like, you have to have certain standards for yourself, and you have to be okay with that. That's how you train yourself to become confident and go after the things that you want. Like, you can't be worried about things that are not helping you or in alignment with you. So with that being said, I'm gonna end off the video there because my camera got cut off. Make sure you guys, are following me on all my social media platforms. Whatever questions, comments, concerns you guys are putting in the comment section, as well as engaging. When you guys follow me on my Instagram and on my TikTok, which will be in the description, we will be going live. So head to my live so we can talk about this in real time and I can answer you guys' questions. If not, if you want a more intimate, vulnerable, one-on-one setting and you want a session, click the link in my description. I have my website, or drop the word website if you're ready to book yourself in your session. But in order for you to be successful and heal yourself, you have to be able to become committed. You have to be consistent. You have to want to show up. You have to want more. You have to think highly of yourself. You have to be tired of struggling and suffering. And if you're not tired of struggling and suffering, send and share this video to somebody who is. If not, check out all the other videos. I have over 1,000 videos for you to watch if you have specific questions or comments or concerns that I did not address in this video. So you're not alone. I love you. You are loved. Until next time, thanks for watching. Peace.